When will Caitlin Clark play again? Ex-Iowa star hints at joining USA Basketball for FIBA. While it's roughly 6 months until the 2026 WNBA season kicks off, Caitlin Clark doesn't plan on waiting that long before playing meaningful games of basketball. Since the Indiana Fever's season concluded in September with a 3-2 loss in the semifinals of the league's playoffs against the eventual champion Las Vegas Aces, all eyes have been set on the return of Clark, who played in just 13 games in 2025 due to a variety of lower body injuries. So what are Clark's off-season plans? Does the former Iowa standout plan on joining other WNBA players in playing in alternative leagues like Unrivaled and Athletes Unlimited? Here's what we know. What did Fever coach Stephanie White say about Caitlin Clark's injuries? The Indiana Fever has gradually increased Clark's workload in practice from doing 5-on-0 drills to some 2-on-2 and 3-on-3 situations, head coach Stephanie White told the Indy Star during a taping of a Fever Insider podcast episode that premieres on Wednesday, October 22nd. "We're not jumping into anything that's too much," White said. "Her being able to play in game-like situations is going to be important. It's been a long time building back into that, but it is October, and she needs to be able to slowly build back, so, from an endurance standpoint, she's laying a really good foundation, and she's not having any setbacks or any regression." During her exit interviews with the media on October 2nd, Clark mentioned playing for the USA Basketball Women's National Team during their run at the 2026 FIBA World Cup. "There is some USA basketball stuff that is probably my top priority right now that I need to prepare for, and I think that will help me prepare for next season, too," Clark said. Training camp is expected to be in early March, as the qualifying tournament for the 2026 FIBA World Cup runs from March 11th to 17th, 2026. Although the U.S. qualified as one of the top 6 teams at the AmeriCup tournament, they may still play in the qualifiers. The 2026 FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup runs from September 4th to 13th, 2026, and is played in Berlin. Clark was notably left off the 2024 U.S. Olympic women's basketball team that won gold at the Paris Olympics. In the immediate aftermath of not making the team, Clark said publicly that she wasn't disappointed and that the exclusion just gives me something to work for. "I know it's the most competitive team in the world and I know it could have gone either way, me being on the team or me not being on the team," Clark told reporters in June 2024. "I think it's just a little more motivation. You remember that, and hopefully when 4 years comes back around, I can be there." Clark hasn't been confirmed, nor has she verified, if she plans on playing in Unrivaled or Athletes Unlimited before the 2026 WNBA season. She said during her exit interview that she will explore every opportunity, but hadn't made any decision. Front Office Sports reported in November 2024 that Clark was offered a 7-figure deal, plus equity and revenue-sharing options in Unrivaled's inaugural season, but declined. The league, co-founded by WNBA stars Nafisa Collier and Breanna Stewart, paid players an average of $222,222 last season, which is up from the WNBA's average of $119,590. Former University of Iowa teammate Kate Martin is returning to the league for the 2nd season. Athletes Unlimited, which plays 5-on-5 over 4 weeks in February and March in Nashville, does not list Clark on its roster of players. A handful of her Fever teammates are slated to play for Athletes Unlimited, including Sydney Colson, Odyssey Sims, Bree Hall and Brianna Turner. Indy Star staff Aaron Ferguson and Chloe Peterson contributed to this report. Cooper Worth is a service/trending reporter for the Des Moines Register. Reach him at Quirth@Gannett.com or follow him on X at CooperAworth. The basketball world has been buzzing ever since Caitlin Clark, the electrifying former Iowa Hawkeye turned Indiana Fever superstar, teased a possible return to the court sooner than expected. After a long and demanding rookie WNBA season, fans wondered if Clark would finally take a breather. Instead, she's hinting at something much bigger, wearing the red, white, and blue once again, possibly suiting up for USA Basketball in the upcoming FIBA tournaments. For someone who's been compared to Steph Curry for her shooting and Taylor Swift for her star power, Clark's next move was always going to be monumental. And as she subtly suggested in a recent interview, her off-season might not be much of an off-season at all. A glimpse into Clark's hint. During a recent Q&A session at a charity event in Des Moines, Clark was asked the question that's on every fan's mind. When will you play again? Her answer was coy but telling. Let's just say I might be putting on a different jersey soon. It's an honor to represent your country, and that's all I can say right now. The crowd erupted, immediately connecting the dots. FIBA's upcoming international competitions, particularly the Olympic qualifiers and the FIBA Women's America Cup, are right around the corner. And while USA basketball has a deep roster of legends like Breanna Stewart, Aya Wilson, and Sabrina Ionescu, Clark's potential inclusion would electrify not just the team but the entire global basketball scene. The case for Caitlin Clark and Team USA. For Team USA, adding Clark isn't just about skill, it's about cultural momentum. The 23-year-old has become a symbol of women's basketball's explosive growth. From record-breaking college viewership numbers to sold-out WNBA arenas, her presence draws attention like few athletes in history. Imagine a lineup where Clark's deep shooting complements Wilson's post dominance and Ionescu's playmaking. The thought alone sends chills down the spines of basketball fans. But it's not just about hype. Clark's court vision and range could bring a new dynamic to Team USA's offense, especially against faster, younger international teams. Her ability to stretch the floor with her limitless three-point shooting could be the missing piece in maintaining America's dominance in global competitions. The journey since Iowa. It feels like yesterday that Clark was lighting up the college scene with logo threes, emotional celebrations, and ice-cold confidence. Her Iowa career wasn't just impressive, it was revolutionary. She didn't just break scoring records, she changed the perception of what women's basketball could be. Her transition to the WNBA, though, wasn't without challenges. The Indiana Fever faced growing pains, and Clark endured physical play and the pressure of being the league's most scrutinized rookie. Yet she handled it all with grace, charisma, and relentless competitiveness. After her rookie season ended with a nagging leg injury and fatigue concerns, many assumed she would rest through the fall. But Clark's competitive fire doesn't flicker easily. A FIBA appearance, for her, isn't just a patriotic duty, it's another chance to elevate her game, gain experience against international defenses, and set the tone for an even stronger sophomore WNBA season. Why FIBA matters to Clark. Clark's interest in playing for USA basketball isn't just about winning medals. It's about legacy. The greats, Diana Taurasi, Sue Bird, and Maya Moore, all made their mark on the international stage. Joining that lineage would symbolize Clark's next evolution, from national icon to global ambassador. Representing Team USA would also allow her to refine her leadership skills.